Rockstar has finally released some Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay footage, and the game looks absolutely incredible. Everyone on the internet is freaking out about it, myself included. Horizon Zero Dawn continues to sell very well and has eclipsed another sales milestone. A big Nintendo Switch third-party game that some people I think were looking forward to has been officially canceled, and one of Nintendo's biggest characters is dead, and the internet's freaking out about that too. All that and much more in the Friday, August 10th edition of RGT News. Let's go!
RGT News coming at you right now. Woo! RGT 85 coming to you with the freshest video game news. Now take it away.
Now, before we get into the news section of the video, I do want to briefly mention that I will be at Long Island Retro Gaming Expo this weekend, August 11th and 12th in Garden City, New York. It is at the Cradle of Aviation Center in Garden City, and it's going to be a really good time. Myself and Spawnwave are going up there together. We will have a panel on Sunday at 12:30, so if you guys do decide to come, make sure you guys come check out that panel. There's going to be a lot of YouTubers there, like myself, Spawnwave, CND, John Hancock. There's going to be a whole bunch of different people there. A lot of video games on sale as well. I'll have some shirts there and some games for sale, so make sure you guys come out there if you're in the tri-state area. It's going to be a really good time. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be fun. So like I said, it's this weekend, August 11th and 12th at the Cradle of Aviation Center in Garden City, New York. Come on through, come hang out. So one of the biggest games of 2018 has to be Red Dead Redemption 2. I think the original game really surprised people with just how good it was. I think some people were expecting it just to be a shoehorned Western GTA style game, but it ended up being so much more than that, and it was a game that I really enjoyed. Well, Red Dead Redemption 2 finally got some gameplay footage from Rockstar today, and this game looks absolutely fantastic. I will say it looks better than GTA 5. The gameplay footage that they showed was confirmed to be running on a PS4 Pro. This game will be utilizing both the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X in terms of those extra specs to get the graphics really looking nice and sharp. But good lord, this game just looks absolutely stunning, really. And there's so much stuff going on within the game. The way you interact with people, you could do it in a hostile manner, or you could do it in a more passive manner. There's going to be elements of the game where your interactions with people basically change the way that the game shapes and the way the towns are and stuff like that. I just think this is going to be a game that people are going to sink hundreds and hundreds of hours into, because there's going to be so much stuff going on within this game. Obviously, Rockstar has a very good pedigree when it comes to these open world games. Many say that they are the king of the open world games, and I think Red Dead 2 is going to sort of, you know, make that finalized, make that a concrete statement, because I'm very excited for this game. I think Western stuff is pretty cool. There's obviously going to be little nods to other things as well. I don't know, I think it looks like a really fun game. The gameplay trailer looks absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to get my hands on this game. One of the games that Square Enix showed off at E3 2018 was a game called The Quiet Man. Now, they didn't really show any gameplay from it, but they did show that it was going to sort of be a beat-em-up style game. Well, during a presentation recently, they actually showed some gameplay footage of the game, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's a little rough around the edges. I think the movement of the character is kind of stiff, and it needs some work, definitely, but I think the core concept and the gameplay mechanics look really cool. It's like a urban beat-em-up style game where you're in urban environments and things like that, so it's not something we've really seen before, a close quarter sort of beat 'em up game. It definitely looks like a slower paced game. It's not going to be something akin to like a Streets of Rage or something like that, but there's definitely some God Hand feel to the game as well. I definitely got a vibe of God Hand from this game, and I think it looks really cool. It needs some work. It definitely needs some polish in terms of, you know, just the character themselves. I would like to see a more fluid movement system. It looked like the person that was playing the game, who I assume was a developer, the whole presentation was in Japanese, so I couldn't really understand it, but he looked like he was struggling a bit to control the character, but I think the core concepts that are there could be really good. So I don't know, I'm kind of looking forward to The Quiet Man. Let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. Horizon Zero Dawn was released a little bit before The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and some people thought that that game would take its thunder, but obviously it hasn't, because this game continues to sell well and has eclipsed another sales milestone. Horizon Zero Dawn has now surpassed over 5 million units sold, and the breakdown is actually pretty interesting, because it's not North America that's the top selling region. When it comes to Horizon Zero Dawn, it is the best-selling in Europe of all places with 2.2 million units sold. North America is 1.76 million units sold, and the rest is in Japan. But very interesting stuff here, because you always hear this narrative from other companies, EA, that single-player games are dying, yet games are on the PS4 that are single-player games. The Last of Us, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, games on the Nintendo Switch, Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. These games continue to sell incredibly well. So the single-player is dead narrative is just that. It's a stupid narrative that doesn't need to exist. Definitely credit to Horizon Zero Dawn for eclipsing 5 million units sold. It's a very impressive number, and I think it's going to continue to go up as time goes on. One of the first games we learned about from Ubisoft that was supposed to be coming to the Nintendo Switch was Steep, which is a combination snowboarding skiing game that takes place in sort of an open world, an open mountain, if you will. And then after the initial unveiling of the Nintendo Switch, we never heard anything else about Steep, and a lot of people were wondering, well, what the hell is going on with this game? Well, it has finally been canceled, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset. There's going to be a lot of sleepless nights, but Steep is not coming to the Nintendo Switch. Over on Twitter, the Steep Twitter account said the following: "We are wholly dedicated to support the live game and made the decision to stop Steep development on the Nintendo Switch platform to focus on bringing new live content and challenges to Steep players. Instead, we will have more exciting news to share." I don't really know how many people are still playing Steep. I don't really recall the game doing all that well in terms of sales and in terms of critical reception. So I don't know, you know, it kind of sucks. It would be nice to have a snowboarding game and a skiing game on the go with the Nintendo Switch. Maybe Nintendo can step in and do like a 1080 style game. But yeah, Steep isn't coming, and the 5 of you that care, I'm sorry. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct really surprised a lot of people, myself included. I did not expect to enjoy it nearly as much as I did, but they put in freaking Castlevania. It was like they said, okay, well, what is RGT85 like? Oh, he likes New Donk City as a level in Mario, and he likes Castlevania. So let's put those into Smash Bros., and then maybe he'll be interested in this game. And guess what, Nintendo? It worked. It worked. But in the back of a lot of people's minds, they are anticipating that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will potentially be the final Smash Bros. Game. Obviously, this takes a lot of toll on the creator of the game, Sakurai, but in a recent interview with The Guardian, he actually said something pretty interesting that sort of potentially shines a light onto the future of what Smash Brothers had. And I quote, "The best way to enjoy video games is to play what other people have made. But at the same time, I have a role. At this point, I have been asked to create Smash, and so I am doing that, and will continue to do so if the demand is there." Well, Mr. Sakurai, I honestly feel like the demand for more Smash will always be there. So I don't really think that that's, you know, really a smart thing to say, because people kind of hound you on social media about things like Waluigi, you know, potentially being in Smash Bros. Ultimate and things like that. It almost sounds to me like it's a lot of work for him, and it's something very trying, and it's something very stressful, but at the same time, he enjoys the fruits of his labor, and, you know, it's like the end result is worth the struggle to get there. Because if he did not want to keep creating Smash, I feel like he could have said something like that. Like, you know, we're working on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We will assess the situation after this game releases. You know, some standard PR talk. But the fact that he leaves the door open on this, I don't know, that's kind of telling to me. What do you think of his comments? Let me know in the comments section down below. And finally, during the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate presentation, we lost a iconic Nintendo character, Luigi. Luigi was murdered in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate trailer during the Castlevania part. You saw his soul leave his body as his body laid there lifeless, and I thought it was kind of funny. You know, I thought it was pretty cool. Obviously, Luigi likes ghosts and stuff like that. Luigi's Mansion is all based on ghosts, but good lord, people are freaking out about this. It is getting national and worldwide news coverage. The BBC reported on Luigi being murdered and dying in this trailer of the game. It has gotten so big that the Nintendo of Europe account had to send out a tweet saying that Luigi is fine, because people were freaking out so much about this. I don't know, it just seems very funny to me. Like, it's just a video game character. Obviously, characters die. When you play a game, you're gonna die a lot in the game, so your character is continually dying. I don't really see how it's any different. It was just a promotional thing to sort of hype up the Castlevania, but in the same time, there has been rumors that the single-player aspect of Smash Brothers could entail some sort of spirits thing. There was a blurred out menu during the Smash Brothers presentation, and some people have translated it from Japanese to English, and that it's a spirit mode, and you're starting to see a lot of characters sort of die in all of these Smash Brothers trailers. So is there something to that? Is there going to be some sort of spirit mode? Is that why we saw Luigi's spirit? I don't know, but he's dead, so we have to move on with life. But yes, the internet is mourning the loss of Luigi, myself included. I always like Luigi. He's a cool character. Please press F to pay your respects in the comments down below. All right, and that is going to do it for the Friday, August 10th edition of RGT News. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, make sure you come out to Long Island Retro Gaming Expo. It's going to be an awesome time this weekend, August 11th and 12th. Going to be a very hype time. I'm really looking forward to meeting some of you guys there. And as always, thank you for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. RGT News is every Wednesday and Friday morning at 9 a.m. sharp, and there's like a million other videos that go up during the week because, I don't know, I get bored and I like to make videos and talk with you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.